Hi everyone, we are live at Silicon Slopes. My name is Kristina Ayanian and I'm your host from Nasdaq. Joining me today is CEO and co-founder of Vanta, Christina Cacioppo. Kristina and Christina, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Despite the economic uncertainty, Vanta reached unicorn status this year. Can you tell us what has changed in the fundraising landscape?
Yeah, so fundraising in 2022 for at least private companies, very different from 2021. So in 2021, it was kind of growth at all costs. If there's any metric investors cared about, it was revenue growth. How quickly are you growing? 2022, totally different. It was all about how efficiently are you growing. So you still needed to be growing, but it was how much are you spending to do it? And sort of the canonical metric there is burn ratio. And so that's just a measure of, again, for every dollar you're spending, how many dollars of revenue are you bringing in?
Vanta invented automated compliance and really invented that whole category. Why should people invest in the compliance industry, especially now?
Yeah, so I think it's actually a great time to invest in compliance in your business for a couple of reasons. One, it's just a great foundation for the rest of your business that you can build on. The second bit in our customers is we've found that compliance helps them build trust with their customers. And so it is just in a downturn, right? You want to like bear hug your customers as much as possible. And compliance is this really great way to show that you're secure, you're trustworthy, and that your customers can trust your business to ultimately accomplish what it needs to do.
You started your career as an investor, so how has that really shaped your perspective?
Yeah, I think it has been helpful. So just understanding how investors think, it shaped Vanta's financing history. So one specific example is working at an early stage VC firm, I realized that kind of counterintuitively, the best way to get an investor to want to fund your company is to not need their funding, right? So it's like to build a really strong business, and so we focused on that from early on at Vanta, and it served us well, especially in this down market.
What advice can you give other founders to really survive and thrive over the next couple of years?
Yeah, so there's a lot of doom and gloom in the markets right now, but I don't think it's all bad. I do actually think it's a great time to start a company. And there's all these stories from the dot-com crash in 2000, the financial crisis, of just really great companies being founded in this time when you do need to have more financial discipline. And so just in terms of advice, I think it's all the fundamentals, right? Build something people want, which is extraordinarily easy to say and really hard to do. But if you can pull that off, I think it's the foundation of a really strong business.
What drew you to the event here? Why are you so focused on tech in Utah?
It's, I think, a really neat time for Utah tech. I think the pandemic has, spread us all out across the country more and more. And so you start to see technology companies in Utah growing faster, sprouting up, right? From some of the successes, people spinning off and starting their own companies. So I think it's this really neat burgeoning tech hub.
Thank you so much for sharing your story and all of your great advice. We look forward to continue following your journey.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.